about 95% of the people here are clearly practicing Muslims. And over here we've just got some sort of educational stuff for young kids.
Why is there a book about Palestine in the UK for children? Why? If they're not exploiting the situation, and why were they so generous to include the Israeli state?
You have a really peaceful shop.
Yeah, for sure you've got a peaceful shop, not even knowing that the books there indoctrinate children and adults to commit jihad and globalize the intifada. Interesting. Hi guys, this is Sahar TV, and in today's video we'll see a British YouTube vlogger exploring Britain's Muslim majority town. It should be interesting. Let's take a look.
Savile town, England. This town has one of the largest Muslim communities in the whole of the UK. In fact, the Muslim community here is so large that Islam is actually the dominant religion of Savile town. And if you had to guess what the percentage of white people who lived here were, what would you guess? Maybe, I don't know, 40%? 20%? 10%? Maybe 5%? Well, the answer? Less than 1%. So,
less than 1% white people. Crazy.
let's see what it's like. Let's go. Cross over. Just see what we've got here. It's like. So this shop is just full of lots of Asian foods. You've got some curry powder, some Vanajira powder, some sesame seeds. When I was in Manchester, and there were also regions of Manchester that had quite a large Muslim population, I often went into shops like this, and I was just fascinated to see this kind of stuff in there that you just wouldn't get in your typical British supermarket. Over here, we've got some salam cola. That is very interesting. Let's see what salam cola is like.
Okay.
Just that, please.
99, please.
Does it taste different to normal Coca-Cola?
I think normal Coca-Cola. Taste
Sorry?
no different. Same
No
thing.
difference, okay.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
It's not the same thing. Not a lot of people know the recipe of Coca-Cola. Aren't there like only 2 people in the world that know the recipe and they can't be on the same plane? Because if the plane crashes, then the recipe is gone forever?
I'll pay by card, just please. Okay, well, let's see what a salam cola is like. The guy there was very keen to show me that it just tastes like a normal Coke. But let's see if he's right. Yeah, it tastes exactly like a normal Coca-Cola. There's literally no difference. I think it's
What?
a charitable Islamic organisation. So it says part of the money goes towards some Islamic cause, zakats or something. I'm going to have to look it up, but we'll see. But yeah, it's very nice. Okay, so
Isn't it bizarre that when you buy Salam Cola, the funds from buying it go to Islamic organizations, which will impose Sharia law worldwide? And if that's going to happen, it's the furthest thing from peace, from Salam.
the hype is very real. I would say about 95% of the people here are clearly practicing Muslims. And that means they don't just come from Pakistan or Bangladesh or whatever, but they're in Islamic attire. I'd say like pretty much all the women I've seen are in hijab. The men are wearing sort of the hats and stuff like that. So just up ahead, we have an old church right here in Savile town. Now obviously Savile town is a majority Muslim area, as I've said, but obviously traditionally, if you go back a few hundred years or so, like the rest of the UK, it was Christian. So we're going to see what remains of the Christian heritage here in 2025.
Isn't that funny? They call the Jews colonizers when our piece of land is tiny, 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 but they come from their Muslim countries and colonize and Islamize and Arabize. Not nice.
I wonder whether this church is still open or whether it's in fact closed down. Let's have a look. So over here, you can see that it's been padlocked shut, which might just mean it's padlocked shut, might not mean anything, but yeah, certainly doesn't look very promising. So you can see over here, Some of the stained glass has been sort of boarded up. Again, it's unconclusive. This church might be open, but it certainly doesn't look like there's much going on. It doesn't look kind of brimming with life in a way that I feel a Christian church should be. Hi. Sorry?
Making a vlog.
I'm making a vlog, yeah. Just of Dewsbury basically, and kind of anything you guys can tell me about Dewsbury is like, is it a nice place to live? Shit place, really?
Yeah, obviously.
I thought that.
Cheers, lads. How you guys doing?
We same, man.
They offered to take him to a mosque, guys. To take him to a mosque. Let's
Yeah,
see.
not much.
I need to play in the mosque, so I thought I'm gonna go to the same place as you, Somalian.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. And this is the largest mosque in Europe, did you say?
No, I think in the UK.
In the UK. Okay, wow. Well, thanks for giving me a lift, lads. That's
I'm
really
gonna play it
appreciate it.
anyway inside, so.
Yeah. Cheers, man. Okay, well, I just had a fascinating time in the mosque behind me. This is the Marzaki Masjid, which is the largest mosque in the UK. It was absolutely fascinating there. Talked to a lot of people. It went and had some tea with them, and they did some dawah to me and all that. Really fascinating. I would love to film it, but obviously there's privacy issues and it's a religious thing, so people are sort of people.
I wonder why there's privacy issues, why you're not allowed to film. Are they trying to hide any preachings? Any global jihad initiative?
People need their own space and whatever, but was very fascinating. Hello, hi, how you doing? And yeah, some people just doing the salah. Hello mate, how you doing? Just behind me some guys going, hello mate, going down to do the salah. It's now the prayer time in the mosque. Again, so I think this is the evening prayer, this is the last prayer. If you want to learn more about Islam, Treasury of Aisha, this is one of the Prophet's wives.
She was 6 and he consummated the marriage with her when she was 9. Narrated by Aisha according to hadiths.
Some daily wisdom from the Quran. And over here we just got some sort of educational stuff for young kids.
Why is there a book about Palestine in the UK for children? Why? If they're not exploiting the situation, and why were they so generous to include the Israeli state and call it Palestine? It's Israel.
About Islam. My first guide to Islam. And some Islamic dress as well. And this is like some perfumes and stuff. Wonderful, yeah. Some nice perfumes, and this is sort of a hat you can wear. Nice. Wow, really cool. You have a really peaceful shop.
Yeah, for sure you've got a peaceful shop, not even knowing that the books there indoctrinate children and adults to commit jihad and globalize the intifada. Interesting.
There's even some stuff in here. Okay, so if you want to do some Islamic dress, this is kind of the stuff they wear to the mosque over here. Yeah, this kind of stuff. Very interesting. Thank you, sir. Cheers. So yeah, there we go. Some Islamic shops in Savile town. That was really fascinating. Okay, so we're here in the streets of mainland Shrewsbury in the centre. This is really strange walking around. I really feel like I've just got back from holiday. You know what I mean? Like when you go somewhere abroad and everything's very different, and you come back to what you know, and it's kind of very familiar and almost comforting. You know, this really feels so different from the other side of the river.
All of a sudden it feels safe. Right? It feels like the UK. Not like somebody's trying to Islamize the town and bring the cultures and the habits from the Middle East. Well guys, I'll include the link to the full video in the link in the description, but we can really take away something specific from this video. Islam segregates itself. It doesn't involve other people in their community. Do you think a Jew or a Christian will feel comfortable living in a place like this? I really don't think so. And the fact that he said it's a peaceful store when he had books about Palestine or books about Islam that probably teach about jihad is far from being peaceful to see what's actually going on in the UK. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to support me financially. You can do that using Buy Me Coffee or Patreon down in the link in the description. Please don't forget to join our Discord in the link below, and now you can become a YouTube member and enjoy specific YouTube perks. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.